And it looks to be that we are live. So, hello, welcome to Canadian Brick Builders Weekly Chat number 92. Not sure if anybody's watching as of yet. Oh, three people watching already. Okay, wait. All three of you must be not able to watch Lego Masters at all right now because the season finale is tonight. It's a double episode, so I don't expect anybody that's watching Lego Masters to come in at all um, during this chat. But hopefully it's a good one. They've first of all, actually, audio check. Is everybody hearing me okay? If someone wants to say hi here, hey, battery powered bricks. Hopefully I sound good. So yeah, Lego Masters, the penultimate episode is airing currently. Would have just started. And after that, it's followed by the final episode. I just watched the last one. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch it tomorrow morning. And I have to watch both of them tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about it, wrapping it up on Old Grey Bricks tomorrow. This is why the flag is slowly moving closer to the screen because Canada's doing well. So cool. The sound is cool and good. I'm assuming that's what Yvonne is saying right here by saying hi sounds good. Um, that's good. I realized that I was using my microphone on my camera, not the microphone bar that I have below. So I don't know. And that could be why maybe in the past I've been having some cutouts. If it was using the camera mic 2 weeks ago and the week before that, it's possible that maybe the camera was overloaded or something and causing the microphone to cut out. But, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, welcome. Uh, yep. Cool and good. We will be talking about the modular or see, I was hoping everybody else was on here because then we could sing the song modular, 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 like monorail, monorail, monorail from Simpsons. Anyways, we'll come back to that. Maybe we'll sing it later if someone else shows up. We're talking about the Harry Potter sets, and as I was grabbing the news, I realized there were a bunch of little sets also that were announced since our last show last week. So we will do that as well. For now, I'm just going to go back to the me view. I have been busy. I cleaned off my sets up here, and I've gotten, there, I can get it. I've thrown some cars up there now on that shelf. I'm going to do a little bit more there. But I'm just trying to make it more of a display space. Eventually, you can see right behind my head like that these shelves are actually wider than these shelves. Eventually, I will replace all of these with the shorter shelves. These are the ones I had when I first moved in, and my storage system needed deeper bins. But since then, I've redone all of my storage, so I only need to have these shallower bins on this side. So I can take these deep ones, drop it down to short ones, gain another 6 inches or so of my room width. And 6 inches or 5 3/4, I can't remember. But anyway, not that it makes much difference. And then, I can regain a little bit of space there. Makes it a little easier to walk through the room too with a little bit less space. And my bins don't get pushed back. Like you can see these bins right here, they're starting to get pushed back in. Whereas these guys are all flush with the shelf. It's quite nice. So anyway, that's future work. That's like a $300 switch over, unfortunately. And I might end up doing it in a section at a time. If I go to IKEA, I might just buy, a rack and 6 shelves or whatever and just slowly do it to kind of spread the cost. But, like I said, future problem. I am getting a Wi-Fi connection unstable. So hopefully I'm still broadcasting okay. Our internet in this house has been kind of flaky for the past few days. It's been really fast some days and then really crappy other days. And as I'm talking, I'm actually just running the speed test app just to see what our internet's doing. So like I said, hopefully it's okay. I'm also hoping that we get a few guests. And I do have an announcement to make, which actually I forgot to pull that one up. Yeah, I'm about half. No, it's slowly going down. I'm about 30 megs a second right now. Normally I'm 120. So um, it should be okay because I was running 30, 40 megs previous to this internet provider earlier this year. So, but my up speed is pretty crap. So it could be that. Anyway, cable, what can you do? Not much. So hopefully it's good. I am going to pull up a quick announcement just as I'm talking here. So bear with me. And I'm just going to go to, I was going to go to Instagram, but you know what? I'll just go to my Messenger app. because I can pull up our chat here, not my sister's chat. We don't need that stuff. That is not mine. Sorry, I'm in a few chats now. Let's pull this up. And I'll quickly add this to the news screen. Just again, you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but it will make sense shortly. Let's just drag this guy over here. We will throw it somewhere in, you know what, I'll put it near the end, I think. For now. Okay, sorry about that. And now I just minimized my browser for this, so that didn't help as well. Why do I have open twice? Okay. Hi, I'm back. Okay. I couldn't see myself for a few minutes. So yeah, we're going to be talking about all things monorail, all things modular buildings, some Harry Potter stuff, and things like that. For the past week, I'm trying to think what I did this weekend. Oh, I went to my first my first in public Torah lug meeting, which is the lug that I'm currently part of, which is based out of Toronto. So we had the AFOL shopping day was this Saturday as well, which if you're part of a lug Lego user group that's recognized by Lego, you get a 15% discount at the store on this day. It doesn't apply to all sets; it's only certain sets. So you get a bit of a discount, and it was also double VIP points day, so that was a bonus because it was like you get a discount plus you get some extra VIP points on top of it. So like 10% instead of 5% in VIP points. And so some stores will throw in a little few extra goodies here and there. Like the store had Starbucks coffee available to drink, which didn't matter to me because I don't drink Starbucks. I don't drink coffee, I should say. But they also allowed us to buy or to get a small pack of figs, like the pick a fig or the build a fig thing. You were allowed to grab 15 parts, and there was a huge crowd around that. There was a huge crowd around the pick a brick because they brought out specific new parts that weren't normally on the shelf on the wall that they had ordered in for us to pick. So I just kind of hung back for a while because it started at 8 o'clock. So I had to drive to Toronto at 8 to be there for 8 in the morning, which means I left here at about 6:15, which was a little crazy because that's what else do you want to do on a Saturday morning? But anyway, so it was a little crazy, and at the same time, it was it was an experience. I ended up after most of the crowd had died down at those areas, I grabbed some parts. I just grabbed some winter torsos, winter sweater torsos for the minifigs, and a gingerbread woman fig that I had. And then I also for the pick a brick, I grabbed some random parts that I thought could be useful. I've already sorted it into the collection. I didn't do a video for it or anything. I was just, it was a bit of a tiring day or whatever. Well, I was thinking, see, it was so tiring. I'm still tired. That was Saturday. And then after that, we went to a community center where we had the monthly or the yearly general meeting, which was interesting. I got to see some people I haven't seen for many years. Met some new faces or saw some new faces as well. I don't know half the people in that group. I got to talk to Nick Delamora, though, who is one of the current Lego Masters on the show right now. Again, if you're watching this, I appreciate it, but there's a better show. But anyway, he's one of the final four, 3 Canadian teams, 1 American team. So 75% chance of winning Lego Masters at the moment, at least in this episode right now. After this episode, when the final airs, we could be down on a Canadian team, or we could be all Canadians, which would obviously make it 100% chance, or 30 or 66% chance. Anyway, we'll figure out that math one of these days. So I'm looking forward to watching that show tomorrow morning when I can squeeze it in. Let's see what else. I ended up buying way too much Lego. Well, no, I only really bought. I bought a pick a brick cup, and I bought a couple of the modular vehicle, or a couple of the vehicles in the like the Mustang. I ended up buying the Camaro and the Back to the Future car, which I originally wasn't going to get, but I've been hearing it's a really good build. So I ended up buying it. So like those were both over $200, 15% off. So after or $200 for that, 15% off. But as a result, I ended up getting also the VIP gift, the VIP baggie of I don't have one here. The pirates, no, the fun thing, the set with the pigs and a few other pieces. The little gift bag that, and I also got the modular. No, not the modular. I love saying modular today because that's the theme, the topic for today. I also got the Santa's Workshop gift with purchase as well. And coincidentally, the order I made in early December for some pick-a-brick parts, which I actually do have somewhere in this room, I just don't know where. I didn't do a video for that either. It's the time of the year. It's too much stuff going on. That said, that box arrived today, and I bought a couple of sets. I bought the two Black Panther ship for $65, and I bought the Haunted Mansion Disney mini set because I have the other one, and that's me trying to see about, hey, what will these things be worth in 2 or 3 years? Maybe I'll resell it. I don't know. But the reason why I originally placed that order was because I did a big bricks and pieces order for my upcoming project, which I will reveal right now because I did kind of give it away. I have to open up the file though. I did give it away in Old Gray Bricks on Monday. So hopefully this doesn't slow my computer down anymore and audio is still good. We'll see. So my family is coming over on Christmas Eve, which is what we normally do. We have a gathering here Christmas Eve. Family's coming over, and there'll be maybe 10 of us ish. And last year or earlier this year, we had earlier this year they came over in June, and we built most of the people that were here built a Lego set or built something. And I thought, oh, I've been wanting to do this project based on what Dana has had for he built a bunch of classic fig, taking the original. Yes, Yvonne, sorry, I have to throw this up because in order to eat we must build. Well, you can have snacks, but if you want the main course, no. That's not true. You have the option. But anyways, Dana Knudsen from Old Gray Bricks, he took the original white Classic Space art project figure and he started coloring them in different colors. And I had the similar idea. He's got basically a portrait of each color. I have had a similar idea, and I started working on it. I guess back in October, November, I started putting it together and ordering the parts. So as part of that December order, I ordered the last parts that I needed to do the top row of this mosaic we're going to show in a few minutes, and the additional colors of some parts, particularly purple and brown shades that I needed. But those parts won't be here until after Christmas. So the bottom 4 rows of this item, which, you know what, why don't we just throw it up right now, which is right here. This is a 2 meter by, I forget the height, 2 meter by 2/3 by basically 6-7 foot by say 3 foot high mosaic, Classic Space. All the characters that are currently available. Again, I originally was going to go with these up until this height where these guys are. So like up until this is magic here. I was originally going to go with this high, and there was nothing behind the white and blue and orange dudes. Hey, Eric Smith, how are you doing? Mr. David, hello. Hopefully you'll be able to join us shortly. We missed you. Originally, I was going to go up to this level, and then Lego, like in the past month, has added the parts in order to build purple and the brown fig and little baby fig down here. Waiting for computer to boot. Story of Dave's life. Anyway, so good. Glad you'll be able to join us. So yeah, this is about 15,000 studs in size. I think 15,000. Yeah, 15,000, and I think right now it's about 13. Actually, you know what? I have to look it up now because it's been a while since I looked at the model info. Let's see. It's yeah, I think the total surface area of this module is like 20,000 studs, give or take. 256 times 75. See, now I have to do the math. 256. So each tile is 256 studs times 75. So yeah, 19,200 studs in total. Right now, populated basically all the figs in the background. Right now, it's 14,442 studs. The background here is black right now. It will be Starfield and other things. I just haven't had a chance to design that, and that's going to be a later portion I'll add on to that. So yeah, basically the idea is each of my family members will basically take one of these tiles and build it. That is hopefully the theory, or that is hopefully what will happen. They don't have to work for dinner, for the record. They just I just thought, hey, it'd be kind of cool if they wanted to do a tile or two. It makes me not have to do them all myself, which is always a handy thing. And B, it's and here's an example of what the tiles look like as well. So this is just this is the first tile. So I basically created some Excel instructions for this to have. Sorry, just getting back to where I needed to be. Some Excel instructions with numbers on it so that we could grab the parts from a bin and stuff. Still debating whether or not I should take all these parts that are on each of these tiles and put them into a bag. So that like this is bag 1, this is bag 2, this is bag 3 type thing, to make it easier so people don't have to go grubbing through all the parts to pick them. That is my current question. Yvonne, what do you think? What should we do? Do I need to spend some time and basically do almost 75 tiles worth? Again, these ones here are all empty, so it's not really 75. And this whole top row I can't do because I don't have the extra panels yet, and I'm still missing a few of the colors. So most of this will be in before. No, well, some of it came in today. The last few pieces are in a Bricklink order that hopefully will arrive sometime in January. I'd like to bring this with me to the States in February to display. So yeah, there's that. Just close this. Oh, ignore that. We'll leave it at this for a second. So yeah, that's what kind of has been happening. In my world, I talked about that. I talked about going to the event. I talked to Graham Diamond, who is running an event, or who's considering running an event. That's our news for later on. That was at 6. You saw. Should I just talk about it now? Probably, but I'll hold off. I'll wait at least till David joins us. And then after that, I came home and pretty much was lazy for the rest of the day. I did work a little bit on one more item. Let me just again open this up. Hopefully my computer doesn't blow up because I've got so many things open. Photos. I'm just grabbing the photos of what I worked on over the past few days and trying to figure out how to take a picture of this without having pictures of my kid show up. Oh, I did see. Well, we might have Thomas pop up falling asleep on a couch. Let's just go back to this view. For the record, someone took a PT Cruiser and put woodwork on it, and that's just wrong. Anyway, that wasn't the picture I wanted to show though. So I started building the walls for my hanger, and I started doing that on the weekend, and basically got to this point, and in the past few nights, I have basically duplicated this. Let me just jump ahead here. Oh, I'll let you in a second, Dave. I'll let you in now. Hey.
Hey.
So I basically duplicated this, the whole wall here. Oh no, that's something for Cow Dice, for Dave K. So I basically built up the whole wall. I still have to go a little higher up here with some final detail. There is a walkway here, and I'm missing a few parts. That's why these bars look like they're busted. But that'll be a new bricks and pieces order. So yeah, that's what I've been kind of working on. Mr. David.
Hello.
You don't look extremely burnt red. You look a little crispy, but not completely crisped.
Yeah, well, we kept putting
sunscreen
on, and we basically kept in the shadows. So everybody was looking for the sun. We were looking for the shadows, but we
that's
had
usually where I live.
But it was sunny most of the time, 27 degrees.
Cool.
Lots of sun.
So nice.
Lots of wind though. Lots of wind. So it wasn't too hot. So
yeah.
good
What's
vacation.
the weather like over by you? Like, have you guys got snow on the ground there, or
Here in Quebec, no, the snow's all gone because when I was in Cuba, we actually had rain here in Montreal. So basically, all the snow is gone. But they're forecasting snow for Friday.
that's my front
Big
yard right now.
big
Um,
snowfall for us on
yeah,
Friday. That they're saying 15 to 25 centimeters. So
and right now Peterborough is in the 15 to 30 centimeter window for Thursday night. So that same storm is hitting us a little earlier, and like further south, it's going to be ice rain and then rain in the more southern areas. And where my sister is, it's probably not going to be as bad, probably 5 or 10 centimeters in Barrie. But yeah, that's not going to be. That's Thursday night, like over late afternoon, all through the night. So that means Friday morning, I'm going to be basically digging for a while to get out of my laneway. So it should be interesting because my kid has to go to school in the morning. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so you didn't really get much building done, obviously, when you were down there. You did visit us quickly on the chat,
yes,
which was fun. But you
I
had
miss all
fun.
the new sets. I miss all the
You did.
new
You miss all that banter. Yes,
releases.
we can go back and look at it if you want, or we can not. We'll see. We
No,
have a bunch.
we're
We
just
have a
not.
bunch. If there's anything that you want to look at, like that you really want to talk about, we can totally do that for sure. I shouldn't play with USB keys that make popping noises as I'm talking. Um, what was I going to say? So, did you get any? Were you off for this week, or were you? I guess you're working this week.
No, I was off on Monday, but
Okay.
I started back on Tuesday, so
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
back at work for 2 days now. I
Okay.
actually went to the office on Tuesday because we
Yeah.
had our Christmas dinner. Our team
Okay.
has had our Christmas dinner, so I
Yeah.
went to the office. It was freaking cold in the office.
No
the
one's ever
the,
there.
the office. I had a thermometer right between my desk, right near my desk because
Yeah.
we when I back back when I was working in the office, we used to have a problem
I understand.
specifically for my office space.
Yeah.
It was hot as hell in the winter, and it was
Yeah.
cold as hell in the summer.
Hell's not cold though, but okay. Yeah. Hmm.
But it was freezing in the summer. I was freezing. I was actually putting my hoodie on with
Yeah.
my hood on my head because I was
So
freezing. The
your
the
desk
air
was
was
near.
blowing cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was your desk near the main ventilation system? That it was just
Well, I had a
right
vent
there,
right
right up
right
there.
right up my cubicle. So
Yeah.
and in the winter I was like dying of heat because
Yeah.
it came up to like 26, 27 degrees one time.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I've got
So
the doc.
yeah, so they had a thermometer next to my desk so I could tell the HR department and whoever was
Yeah,
in charge, hey, I'm freezing, or hey, I'm dying of heat here.
hey Jeff.
So
Yeah.
and
Um,
and yeah, the thermometer was still there, and it actually said it was 18.5 degrees in the office.
oh wow.
So
Yeah,
it
that's
was it
yeah,
was
that's
cold,
cool. Yeah,
and
for
and
sure.
and perchance the Christmas gift the company was offering us this year was a hoodie. So
Oh
I
well,
got
there you
my hoodie because
go.
I
And
was
put it
at
on.
the Christmas party because I left for Cuba on the day of the Christmas party. But I got my
Yeah.
hoodie, so I put my hoodie on and I worked from the office on Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah. We
But
we
it's
actually
not nothing Lego related,
no
really.
no. We had our Christmas potluck at the office as well on Tuesday, different office. I didn't end up going because an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there with food, and I was like, no. And then coming back, and my sons and cadets, and they were having their Christmas. Uh,
Potluck.
they invited the parents for the last part of the Christmas of that to the armory to go have some Christmas cheer, have some hot chocolate and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I use that as an excuse to not go to the office. If anybody from my office is working, I didn't want to drive 4 hours. I didn't want to commute for 4 hours with food. It's just that's a little crazy. Anyways, I'd have to drive down to the office, and I wasn't ready to drive down and pay for parking downtown this time. Jeff's house temperature all the time is in 18 and change. Sometimes when I get down here in the basement, I hit like it's 19 in the morning. But like right now, I've got a space heater going. My furnace is actually currently going, so
I
if there's
mean,
a little bit of
I don't
background noise.
mind working in the cold. I prefer working when it's colder than hotter
Yeah,
because I'm more awake, I'm more productive. But
yeah,
I mean, 18.5 was
a little
just
cold,
too hot, too
too
cold.
cold.
I mean, 20 is fine. 19, I'm gonna put a hoodie on, but uh,
Yeah,
18 was just like too cold.
yeah.
Sorry.
So, one of the most interesting news pieces that dropped this weekend was when I was at the Bricks or at our Torlug general meeting. This was announced, unofficially announced, but it is officially announced right
Yeah,
now that Bricks in
and
the Six.
and
Mhm.
I gotta say, Graham was kind enough to send me a personal message saying, "Hey, you guys, I know we were talking. Here's my date for my
Yeah,
event." So
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
uh,
yeah. So Bricks in the Six, which is the event that Graham Diamond and a few of the other Toralug members are running, is happening July 20th to the 23rd, 2023. I'm just checking those dates because that seems a little short. That only seems like 3 days. I guess that is 4 days, though, isn't it?
well, it's
Um,
if you start on the 20th and you
yeah,
finish
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
23rd, that's 4 days.
20th. Yeah, it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, okay. Sorry, it's short because I'm used to. Some of them start on the Wednesday. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's a 4 day event.
the big American event starts.
Yeah,
Well, they
um,
don't start, but you can get there on the
yeah.
Wednesday.
So it's going to be happening in Mississauga at the Hilton Meadowview, Mississauga. So you have to drive all the way through Toronto if you're coming from our end of town. But that's okay. It's a very large venue. They do a lot of other sci-fi and cons there. They do like I can't think of the ones Transformers Con and stuff. Like there's a bunch of different ones that happen at this event at this space.
Cool.
So yeah, it's middle of July, which doesn't coincide with any other events that we know of. I volunteered to help out if there's anything they need help doing. So
And I think
mhm.
it's a good choice of date because, well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but a lot of people are going to be on vacation.
Yes,
So
for sure.
and or they're going to be either on vacation or it's going to be a snow new work week.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Um,
it's a good. I think it's a good choice because
yeah.
well, in terms of attendance, you might get a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure. And hopefully word can spread about it. The hotel rooms, like so originally when Bricks of the Six happened in 2019, it was downtown Toronto. Hotels were $250 a night. There wasn't
And
any
you had to pay
parking
for
really.
parking
You had to pay
and
for parking. There wasn't parking for people with trailers. Um, and it was just it was not the best place to be. There was also TTC shutdowns that weekend, so the subway system was kind of crippled at that point. So it was a bit of a crazy weekend. But so yeah, they've moved out of the town. And the joke that happened at the meeting we were at was Bricks in the Six because the Six is Toronto and the six suburbs that make up Toronto, the six old towns that they amalgamated to make Toronto. But Mississauga isn't one of those towns, so now it's Bricks in the Sticks because it's outside of Toronto. That was at least the running joke. Um, but yeah, hotels here are going to be hotel rooms because it is a convention center with hotel built in because it's a Hilton, and it's 150 a night. So I
oh,
thought that was
that's pretty
much more reasonable.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have double beds or they have like two queens type thing, so you can definitely you can share rooms with people too. So that drops the price to like what 75 a night, I guess. So
I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll come join you in
yeah,
Toronto.
I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, I was
Well,
just
not
spreading the word.
Toronto per se, Mississauga. So
Mississauga, but almost Toronto. A little bit further away from Toronto. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's now that now raises my list of events to 5 for next year, I think now. Because Brickworld Chicago is still on my plan. The Atlanta Brick Convention in Atlanta in February. Father's Day weekend is Brick World. This one, maybe it's only 4. And I was gonna say I was gonna come out to Montreal to visit you, hopefully for Brickamanie. I think originally I was debating whether or not to go to Brick Fair, Alabama, or Brick Fair, Virginia. But with this one coming in, I think I'm gonna not. I'll save my money and go to this one instead. So we have 4
Yeah.
shows. Yeah. So it'll be a busy summer. Maybe Yvonne can come drive down for a day and visit too. Maybe that'd be kind of
That
fun
would be
if
fun.
she's listening still. She's listening. She's just
We
ignoring
should
us
do
and
a
chatting.
Canadian Brick Builders
We
live
could.
from Bricks in the
We
Six.
we could actually. That would be an idea. It wouldn't be on a Wednesday night because they wouldn't be running Wednesday night. But yeah, we could totally do something like that.
Yeah,
I think that'd
make
be
it
fun.
special
If I
out of
mean,
it.
Dave will be there and I'll be there, and other people that are from Toronto that have been in our group will be there. Also, on top of this, I should also add that Graham Diamond, who is the organizer of this, he contacted us today and said he'd like to pop in at one point and talk about it in our convention or in this chat. Not tonight because he was doing some stuff related to Lego Masters, like probably watching the show. But so he might pop in. He's also our Lego
It's the
certified
finale,
professional
right?
for
Tonight
it's
is
2
it?
episodes. The first episode is the elimination of one team from 4 to 3, and then it's followed right afterwards with the finale. And next week, I'm just checking my calendar to make sure I'm right with this. Next week on Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
and Wednesday, 19th, 20th, 21st, are 3 episodes of Lego Masters that bring back contestants from all 3 seasons. I think it's
Ooh.
4 contestants with a star. It's a Christmas special, so it's basically 3 or 4 stars. Yeah, I think it's 4 TV stars plus 4 Brickmasters or Lego Master contestants from years gone by. I know Boone's in there. Natalie, the redhead from I think season 2. Uh, Ethan, Ethan or Dom? No, I think it's Dom from this season, and Boone. I'm trying to remember who the last one is, and I can't think of who it is. Anyways, there's one more. And they're basically they're doing a 3-episode show for Christmas, and the 19th and 20th are both 1-hour shows, and I think the 21st is a 2-hour finale. So we'll have lots of Lego Masters stuff for next week as well, and after that, Lego Masters is done at least until next year. At least
Until
for this,
next
yeah,
season.
next season, yeah. So yeah, shall we hop into the news? Because
Yes.
there is actually a lot. I was
Yeah.
surprised. All right, let's hop into the
Well,
news.
it's that time of the season of the
It's the
year
most
that we get a lot of
wonderful time.
sets
Yeah,
announcements and
yeah.
so
So anybody
this
looking for?
week in the
There
news.
you go.
Yeah,
Anybody
we
looking
have
for
a
work?
banner about this. Where do
Any
we draw the banner?
developers, computer programmers, art people, anybody that does anything dealing with video games? Lego TT Games is hiring for their next Lego game based on a major IP. Not sure what that is. Thank you, Dave. Not sure what the IP is. There isn't any mention of that.
Well,
Um,
I'm gonna take a wild guess here, and I'm gonna say Avatar
Avatar. That'd be an interesting idea. Yeah, that's a possibility.
because
Yeah,
I've heard a report on the radio about the whole Avatar franchise,
yeah,
and apparently Disney is putting a lot of pressure and hitting the accelerator on that franchise
yeah. Um,
because they want to do like they want to make the milk the cow like they did with Star Wars. So they
darn
want
right. Yeah,
series on Disney Plus. They want uh, sh- uh, comic sh- uh, uh, comic
wow.
shows on the franchise. They want series. They want spin-offs. They want a
Hmm.
third film because Cameron already filmed a few scenes for the third installment.
Yeah, that's why I'd heard that they'd filmed some of the third
So
stuff.
and
82% from the critics.
yeah,
That's crazy.
and all the critics I've heard, they say it it hits the mark. It's not probably the scenario is not as good as the first one,
Yeah.
but the visual effects
Yeah.
and all the it it really does the job. So
Okay. Cool.
and critics like it again. So
Okay.
I'm guessing if it does well, Disney's gonna is gonna hit the accelerator, and that's probably the next game coming.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that being something that could be interesting. Um, so yeah, as far as I know, TT Games was based out of Europe, out of England. It doesn't say anything here. They're more talking about, hey, what could it be versus, hey, where is it and stuff like that. But anyways, if anybody is watching from overseas, hi Kai in Germany, and Axel as well. You're not here tonight, but at least not yet. You could be. You wouldn't be watching Lego Masters, but anyways, yeah. Hi to those people, and if anybody's looking for programming related jobs or computer video game development jobs,
Or
TT's
even
hiring.
graphics if you're doing computer
Yep,
graphics.
yep. Artwork, all that stuff. So Lego during Lego when during the last few VIP weekend that happened like just before Black Friday and Black Friday deals, they were giving away these couple of rides, amusement. What's I'm trying to think what they're called, but
The
coin operated
Well,
rides.
their gift with purchase with
Yeah,
the
they were no
Bricktober,
well, they were gift for purchase. Oh yeah, they were for Bricktober. They were gift for purchase at Toys R Us, I think it was. But they're
and they were
also
also available for if you turn some VIP points, you can order them.
whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, so you could yeah, so you could order them as with VIP points and
Yeah,
exchange that in to get them. There was a couple that came out, and the Toys R Us version boxes are completely different than what. So this is like the Toys R Us box, and as you saw from the picture, like nice size box. It does have a Lego bag with the parts in it, so it's not like it's all that fancy. But the actual box you got for this promotion through Lego was their standard yellow box. Here's an insert, and here's your parts. So it wasn't as it
fancy.
wasn't what people were hoping for,
Yeah.
especially if you had gotten 3 out of the 4 of those kits, and you needed one of these two to finish the
Or if you
series.
saw the pictures of the Bricktober
Yeah, and you wanted
and you
them.
were in the States and you don't have access to the Toys
Yeah,
R Us again,
yeah. So there's a lot of people that probably did order these to add on, but they're just not the same. So kind of a, I won't say
it's a letdown.
it's a letdown for sure. I mean, obviously it went through a different production phase or whatever, and Lego's like, oh, we can give these things away, but they didn't want to pay for all the packaging and stuff,
Yeah.
right? So all the fancy packaging. So anyway, um, next up, Lego build a minifig. So every quarter, or every month, Lego changes over the parts that are in the minifig, the build a minifig section in the store. So there's pictures of the figs that'll be coming out um, over the next 3 months of 2023, so Q1. So there's an orange brick character that's coming out. So we've had a bunch of other different colors. So this one's definitely going to be a collectible one for people to grab. We've got a strawberry cake person with a candy cane. So I'm assuming that candy cane is going to be fun to find. Another crayon guy with a martini glass of some sorts. A little clown here. There's 3 Chinese New Year type figures. One of them with a blue bunny because it will be Year of the Money this year. A panda with a money thing. I forget what that's called now. The envelope that they pass around at New Year's. Um, and a little Chinese
Lantern.
kid here with a with a lantern. And my I think my sister said, where's the bulb? Like, how come there's nothing in it? I'm like, well, it's only 5 pieces that you can buy. Like every fig comes with 5 pieces, and you can mix and
Yeah.
match. You don't have to, but if they added one more piece in here, it would be like a 6 person thing, a 6 piece thing, not a 6 person thing. The last three we have, sorry, the next three we have is this guy in a boat like the Titanic or the sea captain we had in series 23, which I actually just happen to have right here. This guy, so
Ooh.
different color boat. Again, no smokestacks on this boat because it's that'd be more pieces. Now I have to
Yeah.
fix the stand because he's in the wrong spot. Um, the guy with the guitar here or the lute, it looks like a fisherman, which is kind of fun. Another flower helmets, so I would guess some people are going to want to grab this part as well. They're doing bouquets and stuff, and she has kind of a cool little flower torso. Yvonne's listening still, getting ready for work. Good job. Don't be late for work. And the last three are like a musician with a guitar, a
Well,
kid in a
there
bunny suit for Easter with a dog, and this lady with the egg print on the little splat piece. The weird thing was, and I think Yvonne mentioned this as well. This lady has got a yellow band in her hair, but when you look at it closely, it looks like she's got a patch of hair at the front and then something weird going on
Yeah,
with her head and then a patch in the back.
yeah,
So
yeah. Because the choice of color on that
yeah,
headband is not the
it's
greatest
interesting.
one.
Yeah, I mean you can throw that flesh tone on a like change this person into flesh tone or put that on a different figure maybe. But it's I like the hairpiece. I just think the yellow was just not the right choice.
Yeah, they should have
Um,
gone with like blue,
yeah,
red, or
yeah,
anything but yellow.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, so that's it for those. Some parts in there I definitely would be interested in finding. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to Lego Store that often, but we'll see. Bricklink Designer Program has announced a new round of sets. Well, they've announced it's going to become a permanent program. They haven't announced what sets are going to be added to it, but they're calling it Series 1 announcement. Hey, these are the Daves I know I
Mr.
know.
K.
Hey, Davey.
Hi, kids.
Hello, Dave. Oh, wait, we have three people now. Can we send it? Can we send it? Can we send it? Modular.
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 Oh,
Modular.
monorail.
Hi, Eric.
Come
Sif.
on.
Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Jedstar. Who else is in here?
I was trying to get the modular,
Hi, battery powered.
like monorail. Anyway,
Monorail.
thank you.
Modular.
Modular.
Okay, fine. That really.
Hi, everybody.
Anyway, we're just doing the news, Dave. We'll jump over to you in a few
I'm
minutes.
gonna say I completely. Well, it's not that I forgot, but I got really got busy, and then Sandy goes, "Aren't you doing Jeff's show?" I'm going, "Oh, right."
My guess is that Dave was making another million videos for the next to cover the winter break.
Probably.
I got 2 more videos to upload right now.
There you go.
So while you guys are talking about the news, I'll upload some videos.
My YouTube watch later queue is currently at about 112 videos. Now that being said,
100
all
of
of them
those
are
being Dave K's.
no, they're not all Dave's. Thankfully, maybe 10 or 15 of them are. But there's some Christmas song. Bare Naked Ladies dropped a bunch of little Christmas songs, so I threw it in there. I thought maybe at Christmas time I could throw them on or whatever because I follow Bare Naked Ladies. I haven't liked their music for the past few years, but I still follow them. So I was like, oh, I'll just throw that into my queue. So anyway, everybody's saying
I really like the fact that when Jeff responds to my video and he says, "Oh my god," and I go, "What video is he talking about?" "Oh, one that I made like 3 months ago." "Oh, okay, I got it." Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm behind. I already told you that, and I can't. Don't take it the wrong way, Dave, but I can't watch you continually. Like you're queued up in my watch later list.
I keep on saying, you guys interact with my videos however you want. They're there for 15 years on YouTube.
Well, I'm not that far behind, thankfully. But
well, I'm very behind on Dave's videos, but
hey, how was your vacation, Dave?
Was great.
You look
really
tan.
Great. A little tan, not
A
too
little
much.
tan. Oh, look, my phone says Jeff Van Winden is live now on our Canadian Brick Builder stream.
Wow, if only you had seen that like 45 minutes ago.
It says 42 minutes ago. You're close. Anyway, I'm interrupting the news. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I just quickly reading this because I hadn't had a chance. So, Breaklinks announced the designer program will be returning as a permanent program. Series 1, as they dubbed it, will be similar to the Invitational back in 2021.
Well, sorry, Jeff, but the
ahead.
first bit of news is not surprising at all because of all the money they made without shipping anything.
$17 million, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah.
So it's not surprising they're gonna make it a permanent program. So
the main thing that's changing is that all sets that the 5 designs that get 3,000 pre-orders will be produced and up to 20,000 sets will be made. So I don't know if I'm assuming there's going to be more than 5. It's similar to that, but this line isn't English or isn't structured correctly. The main thing is that all sets that the 5 designs that get 3,000 pre-orders will be produced, and up to
I'm
20,000 sets
guessing
will be.
they're gonna it's gonna be the same thing. They're gonna present probably 7 or 8 design,
Yeah, that
and
and the first
the
5
first 5 that get 300
3,000
pre-orders,
3,000.
they're gonna
Yeah,
make them, but at 20,000 copies.
yeah. Submissions will start in about 53 days from this post. Below is the estimated timetable for what's going to go on for the Bricklink Designer Program Series 1. That's so December 9th to it's different. You create a design between now and February 23rd in studio, and then you submit it. It's not using the Lego. It's not using ideas.
Oh,
Um,
so you design something, you submit it, and
in February, the month of February is time for you to submit it. Crowd support from March 7th to March 31st. Okay, so at this point, it's all people to vote on their favorite submission in the month of March, as well as the Bricklink Designer Program's internal selection criteria. So they'll weed some things out, obviously. Our teams check each design for build experience in April and May.
yeah, that was my next question. Are you gonna check for design? Because if you design
Yeah.
in studio and you design in real life, sometimes you get things that don't work.
5 designs announced in late May will reveal the 5 Series 1 designs that we will collaborate with fans to produce and prepare them. Okay, so reading this now, in the month of March, we vote, and it doesn't mean that the first 5 that hit 3,000 are considered. I think what that will mean is whatever ones hit 3,000 will be considered to be which one of these are going to be our 5 that we'll build or something like that. I'm guessing. I'm still anyway. All sets that receive over 3. So in February will be the crowdfunding in 2024.
You know, that's where the 3,000 is important.
Bricklink members may prepay for their favorite sets with a limit of 2 each per household. All sets receiving over 3,000 pre-orders will be reduced up to 20,000 of each set. Production and shipping.
So you're gonna vote first. You're gonna vote one time to get
and vote again.
And vote again. Well,
yeah.
This time with your money.
Yeah. So the first time we'll be voting for the most popular ones, and then they'll take subset. Anyway, okay. Sorry, I should have read this before, but hey, it's been crazy. So we worked through it. Okay. Lego Ideas, and I actually did see this in the store. Lego Ideas football table, is 30% discount at the Lego shop already.
Are you surprised?
No.
Is anyone surprised?
No, but yeah. Anyway, I mean, yeah, I'm a little surprised that they would drop it that quick, but obviously the sales have not been great. So if you're interested in this for the figs, because that's maybe some of the parts, but mainly for the figs, if you're interested in this set, now's a good time to get it. Well, it might go on deeper discount. Who knows? I'll have to look later.
Yeah, if you wait a little, you might get at like 50% off after Christmas.
Yeah, possibly.
All
right. Next up was just a quick review of the 80111 Lunar New Year Parade. I'm definitely getting one of these.
But why?
Why? Well, for obvious reasons. Actually, this looks like a pretty cool little set. They've got 3 instruction books, a bunch of stickers. I'm actually just going to scroll down to the more important parts, which one of them is in that picture. Lots of different figs. There's 3 different floats, and each float has different figs. So this is like more of the traditional Year of the Rabbit people figures. There's a couple of other ones here. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down to the important part. There's lots of there's a bunny, these big head characters, which is still pretty fun. Kind of creepy at the same time. And then here's the important ones. The very last part of this float has some of the classic themes. Castle, pirate, space. There's also apparently a fire helmet and a few others.
I want a pirate.
You want a pirate? Yeah. Obviously what we're all excited about is the purple pieces to build the purple spaceman. And this person that did the review, of course, did just that using the torso, the body of the torso, the armless torso from the collectible minifig series. They've had to put on purple hands and purple arms, but purple is available in the
Everybody's awesome.
everybody's awesome, and bricks and pieces. You can just buy plain purple torsos.
Yep.
So we have all the pieces to build purple. So yay! And then there's just some people in the crowd watching as well. So I just wanted to see the purple minifig. Another white review that was done is the employee gift the employee gift this year, which was a Friends 10 Years of Friendship set, which is the weirdest, oddest set I've ever seen. I would say it makes no real sense.
Is that supposed to be a fireplace?
It's a fireplace that's like 3 times the size of Stephanie here.
That looks like the fireplace from like the Lego Batman movie. How big it is.
You're right, Dave.
Yeah. But this was a giveaway for all employees and ambassadors as well. Lego ambassadors got them as well. And it's a multi-build. There's like 5 different pieces you can build. And I'm just trying to scroll down. There's the 5 books and some stickers. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the bios on all the
Never
friends.
have to apologize.
And here's the built sections. You put them all together. And it's just kind of odd. I don't really get it. It does have some opening up areas that open up. Hold on. Get back. There's wood. It's a fireplace after all. It lights up. It's got a couple of knobs in the back, which I guess turns the cake and lights the fire or something like that. But it does have some opening stuff, and it has some themes from each of the friends, like there's rocket and stuff and baking, and
it doesn't really make sense.
Weird.
It doesn't go with the theme. I mean, they could have done a nice friends
Christmas
building
house.
and
or Christmas scene of some sort.
Christmas scene or I don't know, but
I mean, it's kind of cool they do pay tribute to some of the sets.
The Friends lines usually have some very nice buildings.
Yes,
they're even nicer than the city sets, but now it's I just don't get it.
The only thing I can think of is that they had a lot of friends left over from the original series. They need to get rid of them. No, because they've rebranded.
They could have put those minifigs into a building. I mean,
the
Christmas building. Just do a Santa's workshop with friends minifigs or
it's
mini
just
dolls or
odd.
Yep.
Anyway, so not the best one. I'm guessing that one will be probably, if anybody does want to buy that off of a Lego ambassador or employee, probably won't go for that much, because to me it's not that interesting. Now, that being said, I'm not the hugest Friends fan in that I don't have a lot of Friends parts. I mean, I do from when my daughter was young.
But Jeff, is it really gonna go
I don't have any
on
friends,
eBay?
no.
Because if you're an ambassador and you get gifted that
it's employees that usually will do that.
Yeah, employees will do that, but not ambassadors, because you don't want to. I mean, lose your privilege of getting.
Exclusive. They still do end up in the third party market. I've seen at one of the Michigan or the Detroit Bricks and Detroit Bricks and Minifig store. I saw one of the previous year's gifts for Christmas there. I think it was the Ninjago one from a few years ago. Also from Jay's Brick blog, their Legos heading towards. Yes, I know.
Jeff is in team.
I saw that video drop. I added it to my watch later list. I'll get to it next month.
Next month.
Well, I don't know when. I have off next week, so maybe I'll get a chance to watch it some more. Lego is looking towards phasing out building instructions. They've used the Lego Bricklink Designer program that previous happened as one of the ways that they're doing that. With those programs, when you get the set, there are no instructions. It's just go to this site, type in the set number, and here's your digital instructions.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they actually have an app for tablets and this stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to get down to it.
I use that app. They use the app
for this.
sets but you can get instructions from other
Other sets.
other
Yeah.
sets that are
Yeah.
recently released. So
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically it's an app. I guess this is part of the screen here, but it just goes through the instructions digitally. But you also have the ability to spin the model around and look at it
yeah,
from different angles. It's totally 3D.
well,
So
not
I
not
mean,
all sets though. Not all
okay,
sets are in 3D. You have most of the instructions are there for recent sets, and I mean
okay.
it goes back to
Well, obviously
2000,
some of the obviously
2020.
yeah.
So,
So some of the older
but
sets
not
might
the
not have
3D.
that
The
tech.
3D models are not all there. So
Okay, fair enough.
Are
Fair
they
enough.
going to release all the old sets too?
Using that, probably not.
Okay.
I would assume. I would assume not. I mean, they could. I mean, if they have the, I'm assuming all it is they have the digital model of the, like same as we would have in studio. They have that type of model, so they just have to
Yeah.
regenerate those instructions or whatever with
I was
3D
just concerned
aspects.
because I don't know which group it was. They're saying that Piron and a whole bunch of other sites lost their instructions, and I'm going, well, every time I go to Piron, all the old instructions are still there. So
Yeah. Huh. Well, I mean, if a server goes down and they're not backing it up, I've made sure I have all the instructions for everything I've ever owned as a set. So, oh yeah, that was the other thing I did this week, which I didn't actually say in my update. But anyways, no big deal. All right, so next up, let's continue on. Okay, so new sets that were announced after our show last week. There was a few Lego Marvel Spidey sets, Spidey and His Amazing Friends. These are like younger kid sets, more or less. There's a 4+ Green Goblin lighthouse because Green Goblin has a lighthouse.
that's right.
Let's put our secret
I
hideout
I
on.
didn't know Green Goblin lived near the coast, but
I didn't either, but it's like, hey, where's Green Goblin? Oh, he's in his secret lair. Where is it? I don't know. Let's not
follow
go
the
along the
lighthouse.
coast because you'll kind of see it. Anyway, look for the big orange pumpkin on the roof. There's another 4+ set here, which is Spider-Man's car and Doc Ock. Some of these have some cool looking figs though, at least. So, and the last one, nope, that was the lighthouse, and I think there's one more. Oh yeah, and there's the mobile headquarters.
Yeah.
Spidey's mobile headquarters. Again, 4+ set, but it's just a big block of. It's a big box. I think the hood opens up here. The front window opens up because it's not like there's any glass, and the back of it opens up. But it's literally just a big block. Again, 4+ set, so I guess that's probably why. I mean, it looks kind of fun. I think a kid would have fun with this because it matches the vehicle in the show. I'm assuming it's based on a show. It comes with a Rhino, though. It comes with a Black Panther as well. So,
Yep.
and a couple of Spider-Gwen and I can't remember what the Black Spider is called. Anyways, but yeah, that's one set of sets.
It's Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. Yes, sorry, I did know that. I just didn't realize that was him. I know he's got a few different suits, and a few of them are black. Anyway, Lord of the Rings brickheads. I can't remember if we talked about these last week. I think we might have, but they were officially announced through Lego after our chat. So we'll look at them quickly. The Gandalf the Grey and Balrog brickheads. Frodo and
shall
Gollum.
not pass.
But I got a fart. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. So, yeah, these two.
Frodo and
Frodo and why did I forget Gollum? My gosh.
Oh,
Okay,
Gollum.
I had a brain fart there. Gandalf and the Balrog, which we already talked about.
Gollum.
Which, I mean, these are pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty detailed brickhead. Some dark red in here, it looks like. Wow, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was too. No, okay, it just looks. I don't know. These brackets here threw me off. I thought they were something else.
It does look cool though.
Yeah, and then Aragorn and Arwen as well.
That's a nice one too.
Yep. So I'm pretty sure a lot of Lord of the Rings fans will be happy. Also, there are more Lord of the Rings sets scheduled to come out later in the year. There's been rumors of it. One of them was possibly a $500. I want to say Arendelle. Is that the right town name?
Rivendell.
Rivendell. Yes. Sorry, I got most of that word right.
You're good.
So there's been no images of that, and that'll probably be announced later on in the months. Lego Creator postcard for Australia was revealed. This one's just kind of weird because it's like, oh, look, small scale, small scale windmill and a little shack, and then this big, huge tree with a bird in the window, and there's no koalas. There's a kangaroo crossing, but there's no kangaroo, and there's a little airplane in the sky. But it's just like, what's with the scale on this one? I don't think Australia has monster-sized trees in the outback.
I don't remember that.
But anyways,
Can't
yeah.
say. I've never been to Australia, but
Yeah. This is reminiscent of one of the Outback sets, because there was an Outback set that had the windmill. This is back from the late 90s, like 97, 98, 99. And it was a set that had a windmill, and it had the old shack, and it had a yellow airplane. It was one I bought like 3 or 4 copies of, because that's when I got back into Lego. But anyways, if you collect the postcards, there's one for Australia. Also announced for some miscellaneous sets, a pinata, otherwise known as the it looks like he's pooping tiles, but anyways. So I mean, think about it. Lego is the best thing to have pinata, because if you whack any Lego set with a stick, it's gonna fall apart. Also, a heart ornament.
And you don't just pick up the candy. You pick up the pieces of the piñata too.
There you go. You got to rebuild it afterwards. A heart ornaments for like $12, probably 18 Canadian or so. I'm assuming this will be the Valentine's Day set for this year.
Probably.
Obviously, because it's
Most
a heart.
likely.
There's our pinata at $10, so that'll be probably what, a $15 Canadian set. And last but not least, which this one I'm looking forward to the most, which are the daffodils, which looks like the petals are shields. And that's not why I'm looking forward to it. I just think that's a cool use of shields. So I think that'll go well with the current flower assortment that they have. All right. Next up, just announced today, there was some sets, 6, 7 sets announced today. First up is a remake of the previous Tri-Wizard Tournament Black Lake set. This one I think they've done a much better job on than the previous one.
Yeah,
but we've got the I think the previous one just had the underwater scene. It didn't have the tower as well. We'll get to that one in a minute, though. So the past few years, they've had the Harry Potter books, which were classrooms. I owned 5 of 6 of them, and I'm never going to be able to get that 6th one because it's selling for $150 plus these days, because it was one of the first ones that came out, and I didn't think I wanted them back then. And no, I'm not being a completist. I just want them. Anyway, so this time around it's banners.
You said it.
Yeah. This time around is banners, so they hang up on a wall, and they have some details inside, but they are literally a banner. They have these angled pieces on the bottom, so you can't put this down as a banner on a table like you could with the books. You can't put it on a bookshelf. These have to hang. It does come with this cool new piece here. I don't think I can get it zoomed in any closer, but it's basically it's like a corner tile, but it's got 2 curves on it. So you basically can do, it's like a concave curve tile. If you put another quarter tile here, then you can just, of that same color, obviously you just have a concave curve. So it's an interesting tile that's coming out.
When I first saw that, I was thinking Batman sign.
Yeah, there's a lot of uses for stuff for this, I think. For lettering and stuff like that even. Yeah, I think it's a cool new piece, Eric. I do. Anyways, it comes in a few colors because there's multiple sets. Apparently they have a 3D image as well, so I guess it's some kind of lenticular or something. So it different angles, it gives you a different figure. Each box, sorry, I have to yawn. I'm still tired. Each box comes with 3 figures, and it's basically a banner for each of the houses. So Gryffindor, and the set opens up, the box opens up, and those lower pieces do fold in to create a bit of a play surface, give it a little bit more structure so it doesn't tip over. And I'm thinking everything that's in here should fit inside when you close it up, but there's not very many pictures on this as of yet. The books did that, but they were a lot wider, and this seems a lot thinner. So I don't know if that's going to be the case, because some of these pieces of furniture look awfully big.
Yep.
There's also a new hinge piece and a 2x4 inverted tile in these sets as well. And I'll try and find a better shot of those. So Slytherin, you got that new tile in gray. Again, there's their house. And here's proof that that tile is inverted because that's all upside down. You can see it, and it's a 2x4 tile. Hard to see here, but people have zoomed in on the Lego pictures for it. A Ravenclaw, again, I'm guessing that's gray, or is that white? That might be white.
Probably white.
And that tile is in there too. And the other piece that was new, like I was saying, there's a hinge piece. So previously we've had, actually I have them right here. Previously we've had this piece, which is the 1x2 with the hole on the in there to be able to do Technic pieces. And right in here, it looks like it's a 1x3 version. So it's a 1x2 with the hole in the end. So it's a little bit of an extended version of this guy. And there might be a few different shapes. It's hard to tell really from the pictures. But that could be an interesting piece. I was just using this one the other day, and I was like, you know what? Lego needs to make this piece, but turn this hole 90 degrees so it's on the end.
Right.
I think that's a handy little part if we could have it. We do have that technically because we have, hold on, I'm grabbing the 2x2 one. Oh, someone just placed a bricklink order.
Yeah, but the hole is in the middle.
No holes in the middle. Yeah, so we have this one, but because the hole's in the middle, everything's offset by a half stud. So I want one on that one. So Lego, listen, do what I need.
Listen to Jeff, people.
I don't actually need it anymore, but
listen to Jeff, Lego Company.
And then black as well for that piece. There's
See,
that
that's where I thought about the Batman sign because
yeah, it makes sense.
Batman.
So
because I build mostly in black or in very
shades of dark,
very dark gray.
Second last up is the rumor requirement set from Harry Potter, obviously because it's all Harry Potter. I haven't had a great look at this one, I'll be honest with you. It does look like it has a basilisk in gold though, because it's fake, because people are conquering their fears. And comes with a few characters. It comes with a ghost character as well. I'm not sure who that is, I'll be honest. And there's probably some interesting parts in here, but again, I haven't had a chance to really look at this one in detail. Oh, actually, it does come with this gate in dark tan, the curved gate, but there isn't a straight one in dark tan, so that kind of sucks. Hopefully they'll come out with something like that eventually. And lastly, what we looked at first, the Triwizard Tournament. So this set has the benefit of one part stacks on top of the other, and I think that's a brilliant idea, because now you have your water line and you have the underwater scene as well, and it's all in a nice little play structure. So good job there, Lego. This piece is available in other colors, but it will now be in sand green. It's like a weird 3x3 corner roof piece. And honestly, that's really all the parts I saw that caught my eye. The mermaid looks like it could be a new color, different style tail, possibly. That might be the video tail, though, now that I think about it. And then there's a little the little critter, which is new, and I forgot what they're called. I'll be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna have a quick drink of water before we talk about this one. Dave Cowdice, I know you only have a few modulars. Davidson's here. Do you collect the modulars?
Jeff has them.
Jeff has them all.
If you collected modulars, are modulars in the past years? Are there ones that you say, "Oh, I like that one. I think that one's pretty cool." If I were collecting them, I would buy it.
I really like the Daily Bugle.
Well, that's not a modular, though. Technically, it is modular compatible, but it isn't actually a modular line because it's a DC line. But yes, that and the Sanctum Sanctorum, which I almost bought last weekend, but I didn't.
What?
What?
You had the discount.
It didn't apply on the Sanctum Sanctorum. It wasn't every single set.
I also like the one with the movie theater. I don't remember the name, but
the Palace.
The Cinema Palace. Yeah.
They've had some hit and misses, and the internet doesn't seem to really like this one as much.
They don't like the colors in this one.
Eric said there's a new plant in those Harry Potter sets as well. I think I saw that plant, but I thought it was one part from the Mario line. So if it's new, that's cool too, for sure. What did you say, Dave?
The people don't like the colors in this. They say the colors.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's like a dark azure, a dark red with brown brickwork, and then the bright yellow, and I think that's white.
See, it's all lost on me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, personally, I don't get it. I don't get the criticism because, I mean, to me, it at least Lego is trying to mix up the colors because
Yeah.
Expand their palette.
yeah,
Yeah.
expand the palette because all the modulars at one point they were all tan or
Yeah, they're all
gray
different.
or
They're
I mean,
making the towns, but definitely
if
more.
you look at a town or if you look at a square of in the center of a town, you're
Yeah.
gonna have different colors of walls and bricks
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
different materials. So yeah, I'm liking the color
Yeah.
actually.
I'm it's growing on me for sure. It's not my favorite, but I definitely like the look of it. Like
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's growing on me. Yeah, the entrance to the jazz club is at a 45-degree angle, which is a nice little feature. I do like this jazz club sign. As far as I've heard, there's no stickers in this set. They're all printed. I mean, there's not a lot, but there's what is there is printed. So it's a jazz club. This building is a jazz club as well as a magic show. So there's a female magician with a rabbit in the hat with flowers. The jazz club on the inside as well. The upper levels are like the dressing room or whatever for the jazz club, and on top of that is I think the office. There's also a little side door here for a tailor shop, which there's a staircase inside, and I believe this upper floor of this building is the tailor shop, and below is a pizza place, which has a new pizza printed tile as well. There's a vegetarian pizza piece as well, so that's kind of cool. Lots of figures, like which is fairly standard for the modulars now. They come with a good array of figures. There's also a greenhouse on the top of the roof that has fresh food for the pizza shop. The interesting thing is there's carrots in the greenhouse, and as far as I know, I've never heard of pizza with carrots. I mean, you could put it into the sauce to make it a little bit more healthy, but that one caught me. Oh, and they've also redesigned the covers for the buildings now. Most of the books now are all these white-based covers, which is less ink printing and stuff like that. I'm just seeing if there's anything else in here to chat about. There's some nice details as well. There's a few new parts or new colors. I haven't seen necessarily any new parts, although I've heard rumor that there might be a 1x3 and a third brick with studs on the side. So we have the 1x2/3 brick with the studs inside. There might be a 3 tall one now, or basically a 4 stud long brick with studs on the side. Eric's saying the same color as the fire station modular. When I saw it, I was realizing, first deja vu. Yeah, so the jazz club at the top definitely is the same color as the fire station, but that dark azure is definitely
but just don't put them
side by side.
To do side by side on your layout, and you're good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's enough.
Yep. So it's a little bit of a shot. So that lower back corner is for the jazz club. Oh, my heater just cut off. So if the sound just got better, that's why. And you can see a bit of the pizza shop here as well. The pictures here don't really give it justice as to the interior model because, again, we're looking at from the edge.
Yeah.
The greenhouse is here, and there is a little squirrel that comes with it too. And someone mentioned that the greenhouse doesn't have a door, so the squirrel's just going to be having a party in there. They've used the wheel wells as a decoration as well. I mean, overall, I think it's a cool. Oh, here's the squirrel and the carrots. Overall, I think it's a beautiful looking building. Like, again, not my overall favorite, but here's the dressing room inside, the rehearsal room, the tailor shop, the office. I think the office actually probably just looks over the jazz club directly, I think, based on that. And the pizza shop with the new pizzas. So
I like that there's a fireplace, there's an oven for the actual pizza. So
yeah, and it goes all the way up to the roof as well. Like it is a full. Let me just page up here. I don't need to use. Whoops! I just hit the start button. That was not what I wanted to do. I went to go hit function because I thought it was on my laptop screen, but I wasn't. So yeah, you can see the chimney basically continues all the way through the building.
Cool.
Which makes sense. I mean, they
that's a nice detail.
Yeah,
actually,
I agree. So, and there's not really a lot of little shades of color on the sidewalls that we've used to have. It looks like this builder who is, I think he's one of the newer builders for Modular, managed to not have to have little specks of color, like an extra brick that just didn't come in the right color on the side.
Well, I
So yeah.
mean, that, that
Mhm.
that's a good idea, because if you're not, well, if you taking your modular part and you want to use those pieces for other builds,
Yeah,
might as well have a ton of dark
Smaller
red
stuff.
bricks.
I
yeah,
like those windows.
yeah. Oh yeah, the stained glass.
Yeah, and
Yep,
even the frames. They
yep,
put some effort into it.
yep. And I think those might be trans yellow, maybe one by ones.
What?
We haven't had
Trans
trans
yellow
yellow
for
one
What?
by
what?
we haven't had one by one trans yellow in a while. I
Who
think.
who likes trans yellow? Nobody I know.
No one. No one. Dave gives it away at like Lego meetings and
AGMs.
stuff. The annual general meetings. Dave was there. I got to see Dave for a while for the first time in a bit.
It was
Um,
nice.
so Brick Fanatics also has. Oh, so there was also an article that came out that said this model wasn't actually the original idea. Originally, they were going to do a printing, like a newspaper company modular,
Well, who
where
does
they were
printers
printing.
anymore?
Well, yeah, but anyways, they were, because they do go back in time. They do older stuff.
You do, Dave.
I said do. Yeah. But the because
I
of the
read
daily because the Daily Bugle came out, which was also a newspaper company, they decided to not go with that one to have like a printing press and everything inside a building. They decided to, I don't know if they'll do that in a future time or just not do it at all. They thought it'd be two competing models, so they decided instead to go with the Jazz Club design. So I thought that was a little interesting. And this is the designer who actually built it. There is a video. Well, actually, that's the next one. Anderson
Discount
Ward
Will Wheaton
Rub.
lookalike.
Yeah. So on Brickset, there is a designer video you can watch. I haven't had a chance to watch it personally, but it does give a lot more details of some of the builds as well. So, so yeah, if you're
Eh,
interested.
I like this modular. I don't think it's I don't think it's that bad. I'm sorry, I don't agree with the
No,
critics.
I when I first saw the front facade, like, so originally when this dropped, it was just basically a picture of the box cover, and there was no details, and it looked very flat. And this actually isn't as flat as I thought. They do have a lot of, like, the yellow part of the building has more depth because it's farther back. There's at least some curvature on it. I think it's decent, and I like all the details on the front here. So I think they did a good job. Again, not my overall favorite, but still decent. And I think the last article I had for that one was just, again, talking about the changes to the covers, that they're going to the white covers to save on printing costs, and just to make it match also with the possible paper bags, which should come out this year at some point. So, and honestly, white looks a lot cleaner than the black label used to on the 18
Yeah.
plus sticks, for sure. Okay, New Elementary did a couple of reviews on some of the Monkey Kid sets that are coming out. This one I just pulled up because these two smaller sets actually combine together. And you don't have to take things apart. They kind of just unfold and kind of transform together. There are some new parts. I didn't see anything that really caught my eye as, like.
By the way, I watched the first few episodes of Monkey Kid on
the
Amazon.
airplane? Oh, okay, yeah.
No, on Amazon. The week before I left for Cuba,
What did
I
you
watched
think?
it with the kids, and my 15-year-old and my 6-year-old just adored the show.
Okay.
And I found that it was boring as hell.
Fair enough. Okay.
It was boring.
Well, it is
I'm sorry, and I told them, well, definitely, I'm not the target audience. For this.
Yeah. So, so on the bottom of the plane, there's some pieces that you can kind of fold out, and you bend this front piece inward. It connects to the back of the mech, and then you can kind of have a both people kind of together on the back, and it's just basically like a super mech. Yeah, exactly. And I guess they were using that new blade piece as a knife in this set, because they tend to try and go to use the new pieces in something.
Yeah.
There was also the Monkey King Ultra Mech, which is a mech and an airplane. This actually comes with these new pieces that I think we talked about in one of the previous chats.
Yeah.
But they are kind of a cool design, and there's a better picture of them, so I thought I'd pull it up. But anyways, the set itself does have some new recolored elements, trans red canopy for any of you Space Police builders out there. What else used trans red for cockpits? Was it just Space Police 2? Space Police 1?
Olgel used to have
Oh yeah, the Ogle. Yeah. Couple of recolors as well.
which is Lego backwards, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case you missed that.
The bad guy was Ogle. Yeah. But so this, they don't actually show a picture of the entire set. This set is actually a mech and a robot or in an airplane. Here's the airplane finally. And the airplane is actually multiple pieces. There's a little animation here somewhere. Hold on, I'm just trying to find it. Because this doesn't make any sense if you're not reading the article. So yeah, there's the airplane comes apart in different pieces, and those pieces snap on to the mech to make him the Ultra Mech. So they're just kind of going with a little bit of a like modular type thing, where you can use the parts of two things to increase the playability of the other vehicle, I guess. Anyways,
Cool.
okay, two more things here. They did a review of the Chevy Camaro. I actually just bought this set on the weekend because that one was on 15% off with the VIP program. It has one interesting piece, and I haven't had a chance to open it yet, but there's this new fender piece that's like, yes, we have another fender, but it's actually more of a 3x8-ish plate, 10x4. Okay, I was way off. But it has some interesting geometry in that the 3 long arch fits inside, and the sidewall fits the regular curve currently. So it's kind of an interesting piece. There's a few printed tiles. Is that a trans red 1x3?
Whoosh.
Hold on. 1x4 tile with 3 strips. Yeah, 1x4 trans red with some printing on it. Interesting. I thought it was 1x3. Nice chrome wheels and the chrome hubs. Some dark red. I'm assuming those are dark red. Yeah, these are dark red parts.
Or probably for the interior.
Yeah. The interior or the stripe, like, so they comes with 3 different color choices.
Oh, okay.
An axes and popsicles in light gray, which is interesting. At least the popsicle in light gray is kind of interesting. More dark red recolors, and then there's just talk about the build. But it's so it has a white stripe, gray stripe, or red stripe, dark red, and it could also be a convertible.
Cool.
In those colors. So it's like 6 different vehicles basically you can choose from. I don't know which one I'm going to build yet, but
build them all.
I mean, it is a Camaro, so I'm not the hugest of GM fans, but I thought, well, you know, it's a 69 Chev, might as well.
Well, it's a classic.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't have all the vehicles, but they are actually. I've started putting them up above my head here on the shelf. And currently on Brickset, there's 174 sets now that have been announced for January through March. The Harry Potter sets are scheduled to come out in March. I don't know the dates on everything else, I'll be honest with you. Most of them are January, but there's currently 174 pictures, 74 sets on this site. I'm just refreshing it to make sure it didn't go up because that's what I'm doing every day. By the way, Brickset, I realized, has a tremendous amount of sorting options. The current sort I have is date added to the database, so if I hit refresh it, the latest sets are always at the top now. I never knew about this. So if you're ever on here, you can turn on if it has images or not, choose the year, and then set that filter, and you always have everything that's announced new or announced first. The latest announced sets will always be at the top. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicely done, Jeffy.
That's it for the news. I'm just opening up our Excel sheet because I've been trying to conserve
spreadsheet.
Yeah, I've been trying to conserve my processor in case that's why we had the audio issues a couple of weeks ago. So you're watching behind the scenes, searching for Lego. to do the spreadsheet.
Well, your audio is still fine, so I think we're good.
Good. So far, so good. All right. There's currently 971 sets on Legos.com. Obviously, there's a lot more new sets added because of the coming soon sets. So let's
Yeah.
see how we're doing. Ooh, available now has gone up.
Ooh.
That's a surprise before
479.
Christmas.
That's interesting. They've got a new batch of stock in. Out of stock is 271. So
Well,
that's
I
gone
was
up.
I was surprised that I did when I was away on vacation. I did get a notification that my everybody's is awesome set was shipping, and because it was originally set to ship on January 3rd or 4th, I think. So
Yeah. Hey, Dave, do you mind muting yourself? The scrounging for parts is a little loud.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, you can do it. Just mute yourself while you're doing it, maybe. So I almost got these numbers backwards. Coming soon is 123, which that means not all the sets that are coming out soon are going to be available or listed on their site. And back order has gone down. So yeah, like you're saying, a lot of the back ordered stuff came in early or came in, and there's 3 pre-orders still. So we've actually gone from 43% to 49%. So Lego is actually doing better. In that we have 50% stock levels 2 weeks before Christmas. Just going back to 2001, 2 weeks before Christmas, 16%.
yeah, but
So
does that mean that Legos is keeping up with demand, or does that mean that demand has gone down?
it's a very
That's
good
the
question. It's a very good question.
Solid question.
Based on the fact that they brought a bunch of stuff back into stock, I would go towards the keeping up with demand. But at the same time, there maybe it could be what you were saying where the demand has gone down, or maybe the sets are not selling as well because they're not the best sets. Right? Like we have the foosball table, we have the Black Panther torso. What else am I missing? There's something I know. There's a few others that are kind of like really. So it's possible that it's that way too, right? That some of the most
The
expensive
big
sets.
Hulk Buster would be.
Yeah, the big Hulkbuster. Yeah, I'm just doing high to low right now to see what Millennium Falcon, the Eiffel Tower. I mean, it's a beautiful set, but is that something people are going to want to display because the footprint is so darn big on that thing, right? The Hogwarts train as well, big set, big money. Is it something people are wanting? Like it
Yeah.
seems that they're lacking this year in. Oh, I got to have that sets for Christmas season.
Yeah.
Right. And even for next year, there's not really anything that's been announced other than the modular, and even that, like not a lot of people are not everybody is like, oh, I got to have that set to because that's the best one yet, right? There's I don't know. Have they run out of ideas? Maybe have they run out of, or it's just they've decided to go with all these things. Spreadsheet of
I don't know.
availability. I like it. Yeah, we've been keeping track since what was it, October of last year?
Yeah,
And
but
not every month
I
like we.
I mean,
October.
you're probably right, Jeff. There's not a lot of there wasn't a lot of like big wow sets that were announced lately.
Yeah.
I mean, apart maybe from the UCS Razor Crest that
Yeah.
That was a
looks
nice set.
nice. It's a
Oh,
nice
it's
set,
beautiful.
and
Yeah.
it's probably worth the money. But
Yeah.
again, it's a $700 set, so
Yep. Yeah,
is-
it is in here. Yeah, there it is, $760. And I should add to this. Sorry, I forgot to mention earlier. One of the reasons why I will buy the modular is because I already have $150 in VIP points. So I'm going to get that modular because that modular is what 300 and change, 309 I think, or something like that.
don't know.
What's a Jazz
Jazz.
Canadian? It's crazy priced. 112. Hey, look, we have 2 Jazz sets now. That's kind of fun. 299.99 Canadian. So it's a $300 set. So I'm going to buy this because I'm going to get it at half price because I'm using my VIP points.
Nice.
And I'm hoping that it'll come with a good collectible, like gift with purchase type thing. Like the last order I did, which like I was mentioning earlier, came in. I got 4 gifts with purchase with that order. because I got the Christmas Santa's Christmas barn thingy,
The blanket.
the blanket, my second blanket, because my kids already made the other one dirty, and so anyways, I'm not going to lower this finger first. I'll lower the middle finger. It came with the VIP animal fun pack with the 2 pigs, and it came with the little train for $50, the little choo-choo train. So why wouldn't I have spent? Why don't we go back to this view now? Why wouldn't I have spent an extra? Like ended up buying an extra $100 in sets to max out on those VIP gifts, because that made sense. Like it was crazy not to, right? But yeah, I think that covers everything we were talking about news-wise. We got the spreadsheet. Good. We got it all covered. Good. So yeah, Lego Masters is happening right now as well. We have 11 people watching, which is amazing. But a lot of you people could be watching Lego Masters, because if episode 1 is finished, it's after 10. Episode 2 is airing right now. We're at the last episode. So in 30 minutes or so, we will know who won Lego Masters, which means we have to be offline in less than 30 minutes, because I don't want to hear it. I am going into an Instagram bubble and a social media bubble until tomorrow afternoon, when I can catch up and watch all the episodes, or watch the 2 missing episodes.
I just want to know how Nick
and
yeah, me too.
We gotta say we have, I think, 3 Canadian teams on the 4.
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 teams are Canadian. So right now, as they're watching it, one of those teams is gone. We don't know if it's a Canadian team. We don't know if it's the American team.
Probably a Canadian
odds
team.
are it'll be a Canadian team.
Yeah.
Have you caught up, Dave?
Nope.
Okay. How far back are you?
Well, I haven't watched a single episode of season 3. So.
What? I thought you were watching them.
I'm gonna binge watch them probably during my winter vacation.
And I had something to talk about after the chat as well, about Lego Masters season 3. But anyways, that I don't, it's probably not public knowledge, and I don't know anything important about it. Just anyways, and I just wanted to throw this back up here, because this is an IKEA picture that you can buy in IKEA right now. It's like a $50 poster. And Dave Cowdice, you obviously can look at that instantly, and you should know what that is.
Well, it looks like a canal.
Yeah, it's the canals in Amsterdam. I realized after I said that you've probably never been to Amsterdam.
No.
But it's one of the Dutch canals with the red bike. So black and white photo where the red bike is prominent. And I've always wanted to build this in Lego with the multiple shades of gray that we have, like as a kind of a mosaic or something. And then just put a little Lego red bike at the front. And so this picture is always popping up, because I've never gotten to it, because that's going to be, it won't look right in a mosaic, because it's just too detailed. But yeah,
you think?
I just saw that pop up.
I think
it'd have to be pretty big in order to get some detail in it to know exactly what it is. I would say, but it's one of those things that's always been one of those back burner projects. I mean, if I built a mosaic, the size of this back wall, then maybe I could make it look right. But obviously, then it wouldn't have a little red Lego bike.
That could actually be a convention project.
Yeah, it could.
Because at Bricomanie, that's what we usually do with the public. We build a giant mosaic. So
yeah, but I would use old light gray, old dark gray, and the very light gray color as well, because I did grab some of those parts. I don't have a lot of them. But I would be using 1x1s in those shades too, which we can't get these days, right? So there's extra 3 shades of gray that are available.
With
older.
big huge mosaic, the thing is that you can actually have those colors by mixing up different colors, different shades of colors, and you end up looking at it. You see gray, but if you look closely, you see blue, you see red, you see.
Yeah. True enough. Although I don't know how that would work in a black and white. I mean, black and white photo. If you had the color in there, would that throw it off? I'm not sure. But anyway, it is what it is. So, Dave Cowdice, we didn't really hear how your week has been, because we were doing all the news. Busy?
Yeah.
You were at the.
I've been making those table runners. I'm having fun with it.
Oh yes, the table runners. Again, I'm a few videos behind, but I'm in the email trail that you've got going.
No, I saw the video where you presented the first mock-up of your table layout.
I tried to call my old printing company that made my business cards, and they're gone. So it's like,
Oh, okay.
so I have to find somebody else.
You did have one printed up though.
Well, I got a plotter at work.
Yeah, that's what I was going to wonder if you were using work resources. And
So,
if so,
I mean,
you're my buddy.
It's just that the plotter is it's a hack job. So it's an old plotter, and the colors aren't as vibrant as. It's just a task to see if everything will fit on it. And so I didn't want to send the first year off to the printers and pay whatever $30-$40 and see how it looks. And I just trying to track another printer now.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, and I mean, you could even print it on. I was gonna say there's a lot of print. Like I know we have a printing company here in Peterborough that they do like the big banner type printing and stuff too. So there must be a bunch of them around. You just got to find one, right? So cool.
Print it on vinyl, put it on the tabletops. I created my last right before the show. Well, during the show, obviously, because I forgot. I created my last 2 videos, my last 2 reviews for the year, and I'm uploading them now. And we'll go from there.
And I will supply you with some parts in the next probably less than a month. I'll be able to get you a couple of parts that you needed. You mentioned in one of your videos, one of your first reviews, that you couldn't get to because you needed the parts, and you probably have to order them. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have a couple of those pieces.
See, I built the round UFO, the big one.
Yeah.
That uses 4 of those panels.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the big capital ship with the fiber optic in it, requires 2 more, and I don't have those, which is, I never bought the UFOs off the shelf.
I don't blame you, and I never bought the UFOs off the shelf either. This picture, I'm just pulling it up on. I'm just sharing this here. I am sharing good. So just this picture here. Oh, these are all the 14 by 14 panels that I have with the UFO.
How did you get that many panels?
Tell me about it. I am not flexing, but this is
that's a flex. That's awesome.
It is a flex, unfortunately, but I never bought one of these sets.
Wow, Jeff, that's awesome.
The story behind this is my dad started going down south during the winters with his girlfriend, and they went down to they were in Arizona. I can go back to us. They were in Arizona, the lower part of Arizona, Yuma, Arizona, which is kind of like California. I'll put this backward. California is here. Arizona's here. I'm trying, California, Arizona, Mexico border. 20 minutes from Mexico, 20 minutes from California's border. In a little part, they were in a little trailer park area there. So twice a week, they would go down to the border of Mexico, and just outside of Mexico, there was a flea market, still in the States, but a bunch of Mexican workers or people came in to sell stuff at this flea market. They came in for the day. They sold stuff for American dollars because they're going to get better money out of it. And also, it was a flea market that was around. And this is like 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. That's about right. Late 90s when I got just after early 2000s. So yeah, that makes sense because that's when I just got back into Lego. And my dad's like, "Hey, I'm seeing Lego around here in this flea market. Do you want me to buy it?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's not that expensive, right?" And he's like, "Okay." So they went in, and he basically would drop $5 on a big box of Lego. I think the first year he came back, because they had a mobile home, they were able to smuggle it across the Canadian border, I guess. I don't know. They packed the motorhome full of bins. At the time, I was driving a Subaru station wagon, the Outback, so it was a bigger station wagon. And when I went to go pick it up from my dad, it filled my entire station wagon, seats down, everything. Filled the back of my station wagon. Cost me $400 Canadian.
Wow.
And they had taken the effort to actually go in, and they had time on their hands, so they would go through the brick, and they would say, "Oh, this isn't Lego." They kind of look at it. So they might have thrown some bits away, but it was mostly sorted, which was a bonus. And I think and they've done that for 2 or 3 years, I think, until they stopped going to that. They moved. They're now in Phoenix, Arizona, so they're not anywhere near that area. And the price of Lego has gone up for used, as Dave has told us numerous times. But yeah, I got most of those panels out of that.
And Jeff, you got a space shuttle out of that too, by the way.
I did a $5 space.
A $5 8480.
Yeah, the one that Dave has. I'm trying to point. The one
Right
that
there.
Dave has up there beside his hats. I got that shuttle for.
They're my hat hangers right now.
Yeah, my dad paid $5 for the set. It was mostly complete. I think I spent another
I remember that.
$5 on hinges.
I remember you
and
showing
parts.
it to me, going, "That's awesome."
And I was like, "Oh my god!" Because I always had wanted that set and I never got it. Right, so that was one of the cool finds. Plus, he had brought home some monorail as well.
Monorail.
Modular. Oh wait, monorail.
Modular.
He had brought home some monorail as well years ago. So yes, that is a huge flex. I do agree.
That's awesome.
The whole thing. But it's just right time, right place at the right time. Dave's doing it now with Value.
Did you get the rest of them? Did you get the rest of the? Because I got that many smaller quarters.
I've got a bunch of smaller ones too. I have trans green ones. I have a printed trans green one.
Okay.
I have some inverted ones as well in black. Good night, sis. We'll talk to you.
Yvonne.
The ones in black actually came in the Ogel sets.
Yeah, the Ogel set. Yeah, and I think I might have actually bought that one. Because I did have, and I had the top pieces. I had the bottom pieces and the top pieces with the sticker on it. So yeah, I mean, I've got, and I had one of the original Millennium Falcons that came with the 14x14s for the roof as well. But it's funny because I grabbed those parts today because I just watched that video of Dave's today, and I grabbed those parts. Well, probably yesterday because Dave commented on it today. And I realized I had a big bin of these parts and it was a mess. So I ended up sorting it quickly while I was doing it.
Nice.
Just throwing them in Ziploc bags. So now I have another bin that's sorted a little easier.
Thanks,
Not that I'll ever go into that bin to get any parts, but you know. So yeah, Dave, I'll get those to you. I might be down that way around New Year's weekend. Possibly,
whatever.
So.
You know where we are. And we'll meet somewhere if you want to. Thanks. I really appreciate it.
If we met somewhere, it'd be in Grimsby. It'd be further away for both of
Anyway,
us.
we go to Jamie's shop.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Grimsby. Yeah.
I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, there you go.
We love Jamie's shop.
But yeah, we'll figure it out anyways. But yeah, like I said, I have easily, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. I have exactly an exact matching set. And there was only 2 of those in each of those ships, right?
There's
like one of each side.
That's on the big capital ship. The ground UFO had 2 of each.
Oh, 2 of each. So you already have some of them. You just didn't have.
Yeah, I have 2.
Okay.
2 and 2.
Okay, so that makes sense. So that's like 2 UFOs and then the big ship.
Yeah.
Basically is what I've got there. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, if I had like 10 or 9 of those big ships and parts, that would be crazy. But that makes a lot more sense. So.
Well, did you get a lot of fiber optic because the big capital ship had fiber optic in it?
I did get a few fiber optic units out of that too. Yeah. I don't. I'd have to dig in.
I have about a dozen fiber optics because, of course, that's what you got back in the day when we were collecting Technic.
Yeah. So, and if anybody's watching this chat, after the chat's done, throw some comments in here as well as to what you want us to review possibly for the next 2 episodes, because we're coming near to the end of the year. So maybe we can do best set of the year or something that we can maybe have a little powwow about.
Best set of the year would be great, I think.
Well, I mean, we know what most people's answers would be. At least Dave answers. But if we do that, then I have to point at the castle up here, and we're done. Okay, so if anybody has any suggestions, throw it in the chat, in the post chat.
Pew, pew.
And stuff that we can maybe do best
shooting
of
Jeff
2023, best of the last 3 years. I don't know. Yeah,
We love you, Jeffy.
I don't know. What I was trying to do while that was happening was this. Oh, that's better. Okay, they're gone. They shot me. Best new piece of the year. Ooh. Best new piece of the year is interesting. Okay. Cow Dice, you can use to do the best new piece from 19 from 1993, 1983, 2003 might be pushing it for you, Dave. I don't know. But yeah, there's some cool ideas maybe we can get, and we can do a little bit, do some kind of thing.
We'll have some
Christmas.
fun.
Yeah. Even next week, maybe we can do like what set would you
or
want for
or
Christmas?
or we could do like some more out of the box things, like
Yeah.
your greatest find of the year, or the
Yeah.
piece that you mostly used in 2022. So
In 2022, 20, yeah. Well, okay, for me, that's an easy one for me. Okay. Well, is it? It's a toss up. It depends on what part of the castle I use more of.
yeah.
Yeah. But okay. Anyway, we'll talk about it offline as well. For now, we will end the chat. We're at an hour 45, so that's pretty good. We got 9 people watching. Thank you for those of
Thanks
you
for
that
watching,
stayed to
people.
the end.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Yvonne's not one of the
You
people that
guys
stayed
are
to the end
awesome.
because she already left.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll talk to you guys next week, right before Christmas, and then in between Christmas, New Year's. So a couple episodes until the end of the year. So we'll see you guys next time, and have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Hitting the button now. End broadcast.